Yes, I got fired because my dog poop fee have increased. So here's the deal. Last year, my dog poop fee was 25 bucks. But this year it has increased to 50. Why is that? Well, let me explain. I have, well, had three customers that have dogs. And I don't have an issue with, you know, mowing over dog poop here and there. I mean, sometimes people forget, whatever the case might be. But when it becomes excessive, um, it becomes an issue. Now, what I usually do is I utilize the customer's hose and wash my mower off, and they will get a slight, dog poop fee or whatever the case might be, because again, this is a deal. I know some of you may say, it's no big deal. I just run it over and keep it going, right? But just imagine that you don't have any pets. And once your lawn care service leaves your property, your sidewalk or your driveway have skid marks where your provider left, you know, dog poop from the prior service. Of course, it's going to piss you off, right? Or let's say, you know, your dog gets sick and you don't know why, you know? And it's maybe because I brought somebody else dog feces and left it on your property. And I'm carrying parasites, and I don't know what the people dogs have, but I'm transferring this to your property. So yes, it becomes an issue. So, I've heard a lot of providers, lawn care providers say, I don't mind doing it. That's not the point, guys. The point is you have to be mindful that, people love their pets, and you are transferring someone else dog's uh, feces or disease, parasites into somebody else's yard. That is not fair. I wouldn't want no one to do it to me, so why should I do it to someone else? And not to count, the smell, because it splashes all over your deck. And next thing you know, if you have an enclosed trailer, it's gonna get on your trailer floor, and your trailer's gonna smell like crap, right? Um, Even if you're washing the mower off at the customer's property, it's time. You know, our job is about time. So those are the reasons why I charge a dog fee, even though, um, I right now I'm not taking. Well, I haven't taken any customers in a while, but I do not take customers with. And again, guys, don't worry about this right here. Where I'm. This is just what is it called? The junction box is in the middle, so it doesn't matter if you get grass in there. There's nothing, uh, no mulch or anything in there. Okay, and I'll clean some of that up here at the end anyway. But um, oh, and let me jump into this real quick because I know some of you guys are saying, "Man, he's scalping that lawn." Yes, I'm taking it down for the customer. I used to mow this at 3 inches, but she wants it down to 2 inches. So therefore, I have to take it down to 1.5 inch. This way I can maintain it at 2 inches, right? Because once it starts to grow half an inch, it'll keep it nice and pretty. And this is a torpedo grass. Okay, so that's the only reason I'm taking this down. So just in case you guys are wondering why am I mowing so low. And yeah. So yeah, so I increased my dog poo fee, and the customer didn't like it. So they said, they're gonna find somebody else to, maintain the property. I was like, okay, no problem. I have no issues. Because when you have three golden retrievers and you're not picking up after your pet, then it becomes above and beyond. Just imagine going to someone's property, and it's not this one, okay? It's another property I don't do any longer. But and just having landmines, and I'm talking about big, serious landmines all over the place. It becomes a pain in the butt, okay? And something that I honestly don't want to do. So therefore, it was kind of like, okay, yeah, the customer doesn't want me there anymore. I was kind of sort of going to give them, like a last warning. Hey, listen, please pick up, or it's not going to happen again. And the thing is, um, they have three young men living at the property, so it's not like the boys can't go out there and pick up behind the dog. But it is what it is, guys. Um, like I said before, no worries. Uh, Things will move on. But I have two customers left that actually have dogs, and yeah, but I have no issues with their dogs. Zero issues. They'll go out there. Now and then. Things will get a little bit, out of hand, and once I apply that dog fee, that extreme poop fee, it becomes, hey, okay, my bad, I'll take care of it, and then it kind of go away. So yeah, so like I was saying, guys, on this property, I am actually going to maintain from this point on everything. So I have everything except the no, everything. Yeah, zippity up everything I'm going to do. So, like I said before, I'm bringing it down to two, 1.5, and I'm going to maintain it at 2. And this is torpedo grass. This is my one and only torpedo grass lawn that I have. So yeah, pretty unusual. So in this video, you're gonna see me, after I mow, I'm gonna string trim, edge, and blow. And by the way, I don't pick up grass clippings, and I know some of you guys, man, we only pick up grass in our area, and that's fine. We don't do it in my area, and if we did, I would have been doing it. But no, we don't do it. And believe me, when I come back within a week, you're not gonna see none of these clippings anyway, and it's scheduled to rain this evening anyway, so no big deal. But sometimes I hate making these type of videos and showing you these things, because a lot of people don't pay attention to what I'm saying. You and you just you write your comments, but it is what it is. Write your comments, whether good or bad. It doesn't matter to me, because it feeds the algorithm. So let me know whether I'm doing a terrible job or I'm doing a good job, whatever the case might be. I welcome all comments. At this point in my life, and after 2,000 videos on YouTube, I honestly don't care. To be honest with you, and I'm just being as honest and transparency. If you've been watching me for a while, you know that I am 100% transparent with you guys. It is what it is. So I'm going to show you also how I keep my plant beds clean. On this one, I'm going to actually show you what I'm spraying on my plant bed, and it's yeah, I'll tell you at the once I start spraying. So, but what the chemical does is it kills all grassy weeds, including turf, grass, but it doesn't kill the shrub. Well, most shrubs anyway. But I would highly advise to try it out in a conspicuous area before you go spraying it all over the plant bed, and next thing you know, you start killing the shrub. But I'm yet to kill anything utilizing this spray. And yeah, it works. It works pretty good. But what else? Yeah, that's about it, guys. I'm using the Crest commercial battery powered equipment and the Toro 48-inch stand-on Revolution mower. It's a grandstand. So yeah, once we start to do the shrubs, and I'll talk to you guys about why I use that specific chemical. So this is the chemical that I use, guys. It's called Fusilade 2. And the way I mix it is 0.75 ounces per gallon of water. And I spot treat my plant beds. And this is so awesome that you can sometimes use it over certain shrubs. Let's say if you have Bermuda grass growing inside your shrubs or whatever the case might be, you can spray it and it won't kill your shrub. Like anything else, make sure you read the directions, guys, and before spraying it, test areas. And here I have a lot of torpedo grass growing inside the pine straw, and I keep it pretty clean. This one I haven't done. This is my first time doing it this season, but yeah, it works. It works pretty good. So I've been using it a lot, and it's about 98 bucks for a container. But let me tell you guys, 0.75 ounces. That's under an ounce per gallon. Is a very good deal. And this minimizes you overspraying and killing people plants and shrubs. You know what I mean? So I would highly recommend it if you have customers where you have included your plant bed. Now, one thing that I would tell you, as you can tell, anytime I go close to the edge between the pine straw and the grass that I want to maintain, I go closer. Okay, I move closer. This way, it won't have too much overspray, and I don't go spraying this over my turf and doing a bad job. Okay, so yeah, that's a little trick of the trade for those who are still watching. So yeah. Good morning. Alright guys, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful property. Nice and crispy. Alright guys, thank you for taking the time to watch my videos. Like, follow, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. See you on the next one. Pop Smoke. Peace.